This is Dean from Two Deans and No Waiting. This is an emergency podcast. I want to get this message out there. Of course, you know that Israel just bombed Iran. It was less than 24 hours ago. This is something that we predicted and said would happen. I just wanted to talk and elaborate more on what's going on. Now, the retaliation phase is going to happen right now. I just want everybody to get ready, be prepared, have extra water, maybe some cash, that tomorrow's markets will probably be a little unstable. Hence why he did it like we predicted on Saturday before the markets opened. Although there was a dip in Bitcoin and I'm pretty sure there'll be a dip in the market big time. But now you're going to see a major retaliation, which, just like we said, they're going to shut down the Straits of Hormuz, which they did. Gas has already gone up in some areas like 50 to 60 cents. I know closer to the airport, it's almost $4. Be prepared for major false flags, which we've already seen today in my state of Michigan. By the way, there was a false flag. It was in Wayne, Michigan. Ironically, our producer lives I'm talking half a block away from where this happened. He's gone to that church frequently. Ironically, he was supposed to go. He didn't. So we have access to people that were actually there. And we do know that it was a Caucasian male who was wearing military fatigues that went into the church and started shooting. Fortunately, thank God nobody was hurt. I think there was one or two people injured from what I understand. And he was actually killed, shot, and run over. And the media is, of course, already trying to spin this and say that Iran was behind this, and they weren't. So be prepared for actual attacks and false flags. I would stay away from malls, festivals for now. Something huge is about to happen. Iran and the mullahs are not going to take this lightly. They're not going to just roll over and die. And we did predict that the Strait of Hormuz will be shut down, which it is. So tomorrow's market is going to look tough. And I'm really worried about gas going up to $300 a barrel, which it will. Be prepared for possible retaliations in the Middle East. Military bases are a target. Of course, they could blow up oil fields. This is going to have legs. This is not going to stop. This is another phase in World War III. This is something that the neocons and the Zionists have planned since 2000. If you read the Project Century for a New America, it talks about the 7 countries that they topple. Iran is the last. This is all fixed. It's all fixed. It's happening right now. They want to create their one world currency. They want to destroy the dollar, which this will destroy the dollar, the petrodollar. Ironically, every country that doesn't invest in the petrodollar becomes an enemy to the West. And from what I understand, Iran, of course, joined ranks. They're a part of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization with Iran, China, and Russia. And they're done with the dollar the same way Gaddafi was. They got rid of him. Saddam Hussein was getting rid of the petrodollar. Why would anyone want to invest at something that's worthless? They keep printing money out of nothing, causing this hyperinflation. And when all else fails, they take you to war. And this is what you're saying now. Be prepared for major false flags. They will happen. And real actual terrorist attacks, too. Now, I don't know if there's any splinter cells. I do know that Iran is more of a threat to that region, to the Middle East, than they are here. But who's to say that there's not Mossad agents or Manchurian candidates, or, all about the MK Ultra program? Sir Hand was a part of that. Who's to say that they don't unleash something like that here? The CIA, Mossad, British intelligence, they want this war. And I'm really disappointed at Trump. Given that speech yesterday, I closed my eyes. It sounded like the Bush-Cheney crime syndicate. This is 2003 on steroids all over again. How he got bamboozled into this. I guess he's the perfect guy to do this. A lot of people trust him, but the MAGA movement, like I said, it's going to be divided. It's divided right now. people like Tucker Carlson. And I believe what Tucker Carlson says, that this could be an end to the empire. And this is what we're seeing here. Overexpansion of the military is not good. They do have an agenda. Now, does Iran have nuclear weapons? I don't know. When you listen to people like Alex Jones and listen to others, they say that they already have nuclear weapons. But why would you attack a country that has nuclear weapons? They never attacked Pakistan. They never attacked North Korea. I don't believe the narrative. It's the same bullshit they've been telling us for years. It's the same freaking playbook that they use against Saddam Hussein. Weapons of mass destruction. Right. Gaddafi was supposed to get a weapon in the 80s. All lies. It's all lies to go to war, because we all know, okay, that AIPAC controls our foreign policy. If you even go back to our first show, Dean and I did about 8 months ago, I talk about Zionism, the Zionist state. And I've talked about many times Netanyahu out of control and gone wild. This is what this is. This man is not popular in his country. A lot of Israeli people don't like him. He does know if these wars stops, he's going to jail. This guy's crazy. I think he's the Antichrist. I know that's cliche to hear that, but my gosh, I'm just telling people to get ready. You might want to get some money out of the bank. Like I said, stay away from heavy crowds, festivals for now. I don't want to scream fire in a crowded theater, but I'm screaming fire in a crowded theater. I've been waiting for this war. I knew it was going to happen. Just a matter of time. This isn't something that just happened overnight. This is something that's happened, and they've planned for it for 20 years. The neocons who control both parties, the AIPAC and the lobbyists of Israel that have bought both parties, it's a uniparty. That's what it is. Democrats and Republicans are the same. And yesterday, it was so official to me. It sealed the deal. When Trump comes out and giving a speech that sounds like Dick Cheney, I bet Dick Cheney got a boner listening to that. Notice how all these neocons are crawling under the rock right now and just, we got to go to war, Michael Bolton. We got to go to war. I even talked about Trump needed to stay away from the neocons who are linked directly to Israel. A lot of them have dual citizenship. We don't need this war, but I think it's too late. This is World War III. It's just going to get worse. Zionists have gone wild. They're using our country to do this. I'm just sick and tired of these endless wars. We have war after war, nonstop, and it's the same playbook they use. I mean, it goes back to, like I talked about, the petrodollar. The petrodollar's on its last leg. They know this. And the global elite, is this smoke and mirrors? I don't know. I feel like they're fighting over who's going to control the world's reserve, China or the United States of corporations. I don't like the way we're going about this. Endless war after endless war. And you know how much money just the last 15 years, our country has spent $8 trillion on these wars. In these green zones they keep building, and military bases, endless. When you take a look at the map, you know that our country has encircled Iran, has encircled Russia. I mean, all these wars are linked together. And I just want to do this emergency podcast to warn people. Tomorrow, the markets are going to be pretty shaky. They're going to be down. And oil's going to go up. Gas prices have gone up around here at least 50, 60 cents. Get ready. Get ready. This is going to get bad. Be prepared for military bases in the Middle East to blow up. Now, from what I understand, reports I was just listening to, that Israel's still dropping bombs on Iran. So I don't buy this notion that they just went in just to blow up a few things in mountains. I don't even know what they blew up. Did they blow up a nuclear reactor? Did they blow up a facility? What did they do? I can't believe the mainstream media. This is just an excuse. They're provoking Iran. Watch out for battleships. I talked about the USS Nimitz. That could be next. I just want to warn people, get ready. Shit is going to hit the fan. This is real. This is real time. please do me a favor. Stay away from malls and stay away from a lot of people right now. I wouldn't go to festivals. Give it a few days, give it a week. Let's see if this clears up. I hope it does, but I don't know. As I said, that Iran is still being attacked. From what I just heard, that they're still dropping bombs, Israel. I've heard that I think Iran has retaliated. I was just watching something on somebody's podcast who's saying that they're thinking the Yemenis have launched a missile into Tel Aviv. I don't quote me, that's what he's saying, but I do know for a fact that this is just the beginning, and I hope everybody gets ready. Thank you very much. And I'll do another emergency podcast if I find more things out. Like I said, there was a false flag attempt today. A real shooter. He was a real shooter. He had a military fatigues on, but I don't really think he was linked to Israel. But they're trying to spin it, and that happened in my state. So I know firsthand, and I know people that were there, and we've already heard that Iran wasn't really involved. But I'm telling you, they're going to try to spin it and make people believe. Get ready. It's happening. Take care.